Online, am I audible? Online, can you hear me? Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Good. I thought it like Saturday, you may not come. That's good. Having full strength. What happened? Now let's start it, sir. Yeah, before we move forward, yesterday I gave some small task. Raise your hand if you did. Be honest. Good. So what about the remaining people? When you try, did you get any errors? If you get errors, let me know. What are the errors? No, because I got error, I just stopped it, right? You should read that. There it will show error what it is. If you get error, let me know exactly what is the error so that we will do it. Okay. Now, anyway, we just had a simple introduction, sir, and we will start it again from starting. Okay. The actual days starts count from Monday. Okay. Of your 15 days of journey. Okay. These are like some introductions. Okay. From Monday onwards, it's like the preparing the people. Maybe there may be someone who are new today also. Okay. So those people may not understand the previous one. So it will be like we are just starting in it. It may be bit slow, but later we will pick it up. Okay. Yeah. Now let's start with our basic concept, sir. When we are going with database management systems, here we are meaning it a multiple data. That means maybe a collection of so many tables or a collection of logical data. All DBMS may not be tables. Only our DBMS is tables. Okay, and we are gonna repeat whatever we discussed yesterday again. Don't worry, we are just starting it from whatever we discussed in the previous ones. Now, next, or whatever the information it is there, the databases management system is used to manage the databases. The database may be stored as form of objects. Database may be stored as some kind of text and all, or kind of files, or can be stored it as some kind of tables also. Okay. Now we have so many database systems. Famous ones which we are using is MySQL and Oracle. The both are similar, sir. If you know MySQL, actually you can do Oracle. If you know Oracle, also you can do MySQL. Only the names and syntaxes will be different. What is the actual differences between MySQL and the Oracle? Both are used to pass the structured query language, sir. Structured query language is a language through which you can able to create the data or delete the data or update the data or any manipulation in the data can be done. Okay. And there are different ways. For example, we all have to do the 10th class. 10th standard is the basic standard we all have to pass. One may do it in SSE, one may do it in CBSE, one may do it in different other ICSE or somewhere. But ultimately, we all will be in the same level after it is completed. Similarly, we have different tools to achieve that particular structured query language to manage the database. To do this structured query language, we have different tools. Because the tools are different, their syntaxes may vary. Okay. Now, let's go here. Now, data is organized in the tabular form. Now, we have two types of data. One is RDBMS and one is ORDBMS. Object Relational Database Management Systems, where each one will be considered an object. Okay, such that each one will be unique. And but still that also will store it in the database, that also store it in the tabular format only. Okay. Now in our language we are using it RDBMS MySQL. ORDBMS example is Oracle. Okay. It's just syntactically they are different. Now that also will store the data in the tabular only, sir. But inside the table, instead of each data as normal data, instead of each record, the each record may represent as an object also. Okay. Now, but we are here with the MySQL, which is a relational database management system. Now, again, I'm saying it. Relational database management system stores the data in the tabular format. In the tabular format. Like we have multiple tables, one table will connect to another table will connect to another table, so that we can get the data or we can delete it or do operations and all will be in one database. Maybe multiple databases also connected, that is a different issue, but we are going with one database till then. ORDBMS is same thing, one table and another table, instead of they are connect the tables, instead of connecting through the keys, okay, the tables will be connected in an object relation. Okay. Inside the table, each one will be considered its own object. Okay. Now it was somewhat more programmatic kind of one when it compared to RDBMS. RDBMS is a traditional database which is easy. ORDBMS is kind of that only syntactical sugar, where it will have some kind of programmatic knowledge. Persons who know OOPS concept can maybe familiar with the ORDBMS. Okay, we'll get easily ORDBMS. Now next. Now the basic advantage of the database. Any database you take. A database provides security. A database reduces the redundancy. Redundancy means duplication. Again and again and again. Redundancy. Okay. And at the same time, it is easy to share the data from one place to another place. And you can get the data. You can filter out, sort. You can get the data based on certain conditions. Sir, you have one data, sir. In that data, there are so many students list. Okay. And each one have one status, pass or fail. And I asked, like, give me the students details who are just pass only. It is easy to filter it out, right or not? Even a normal Excel can do that. Just filter out only the people who are passed. And the same thing even DBMS can do. The advantage of the getting the database management system. For example, if I store the people's data in some pages, or if they store them in files, it was difficult for me to arrange all people's files who are passed. Right? Instead, a database management system will do it, database will do it very easily. Now, next, let's come back. Let's come to relational database. In relational database, whole data will be organized in the tables, records, or columns. Tables are also called relations. Yesterday we have seen, sir. Actually, in ORDBMS we call it relations, but basic SQL language we are going it. In MySQL we will call it tables only. But in basic languages like of SQL, if you are if you in future if you go for learning the ORDBMS, like Oracle or something, then you don't need to confuse. It will be just called sometimes table, also called as relation. Also called as relation. Rows are called as records. Rows are called as records or tuples. What also called tuples. Rows only, they call it sometimes records, sir, sometimes tuples, sir, sometimes rows, sir, which are like the horizontal, a set of data for one particular value. Or columns are also called fields. Columns also called fields or attributes. Good. And RDBMS will create learning, or no, we are not learning any oracles are here. Just basic things I'm giving it. Now, if you have a tables, if you have separate tables, sir, here, if I have one table, Imagine this is a student table. In student table, student names are there. Student names are there. Now I have another table. In that table, toppers table. In toppers table also, names are there. Now, the names in the toppers table must be from the students table only, right? It won't be from teachers table, isn't it? It won't be from some other random, isn't it? Right? So somehow some values from the students or the people who are marks greater than something, some condition, you will take it out, and that one you will consider as a new table. So obviously there is a relationship between these two tables, right or not? Is it clear? Or let's see, let's make it in a different one. Now imagine each class, let's make it a uh, let's go here. Imagine you have a table of students data. Students data. Now roll number, student name, class teacher, or a class teacher or mentor or whatever. Then again, there is a table which represents something called tables. Sorry, there is a which represents something called teachers. Now imagine this is a teachers table. For all teachers details, I will write one. So now I will write it. Teachers, teacher name, and salary. Sir, interesting point is this. Every table will have some relation. Imagine here one guy is there, John, and this John is having a teacher. Okay, let's take it A. Now I want to know what is the salary of John's class teacher. What is the salary of John's class teacher? Will this be available in this table? No, because salaries were mentioned in another table. So what you will do, if you have these tables before you, you will first check it like where is John? Okay, who is his teacher? A. Then where is teacher salary table? Here. Then where is A? Very good. And what is the salary? So there is a relation you are making from one table to another table, right or not? If the relation exists only, when the relation exists only, the database have some meaning. What if I have multiple tables and no relation? It's useless, right or not? RDBMS will create the tables, and with the tables, it will able to connect the tables. And we are calling that connection the relation also. Okay. Now here, let's go here, and that's what they are mentioning it. It established a well-defined relationship between the database table. And what languages it used? It uses structured query language. Whatever the queries we are writing, it drop, delete, we didn't write delete, drop, or create, or truncate. Those things were structured query language only. It is similar even your Oracle, only some syntactical differences. Okay. If at that time if it comes, I will tell you. Now next, how many connect the table at a time, sir? At a time you can connect as many as tables you have. There is no rule. But imagine, visualize the tables. The more the table, the more complex it will become. Okay. But you have to understand it, the flow. If you know the flow of the diagram, you will do it. In future, I will make you do the diagrams, no worries. Now, SQL. The SQL is an easy programming language interface for the databases and we are using Workbench to implement the user interface. Now here, the terms. Let's see different terms which we discussed, sir. These terms also we discussed earlier, ma. For the persons who are new or who did not focus yesterday's, you can see it here. Boys, focus here. Idhar dekho. Now, relation. A relation is a group of data or a group of information. Okay, it's a structured group of information or data, and you can call it as a relation or table. Okay, we can see it here in detail. A relation is like the collection of rows and columns, also called as tables, where we have a relation student. Okay, it is general term, sir. Relation is a general term. In MySQL, we call it tables. Okay, sir. But table is easy one. Okay. Now next, attribute. Attribute or field or column. All are simple. What does it mean? It means in a relation, one column, one representation. Okay, one value. If a student you are giving with, what are the students may have? Students may have a name, student may have an ID, may have an something like hall ticket number or salary, no salary, like some marks or percentage, something. Okay, those things were represented as columns or fields or attributes. The next, degrees. A degree, how can I ask dirt? Now, doubts, if you have doubts, now you can ask it in the class times. Monday, when we create our classrooms, I will try to create it some groups also, if it is possible, Telegram group kind of one. If you have doubts, you can ask it. Okay? Clear, ma? Yeah. Now, let's start it here. Now, degree. Degree is like the number of attributes or the number of columns, sir. How many columns were there? It's called degree. How many rows is there? It's called cardinality. Okay? Cardinal means number. A row is also called a tuple or collection of fields in one relation. Collection of columns in one row is called as tuple or record, which you can write it, sir. You can just write it one table and you can just define each one. Then we have cardinality. Like cardinality means number of values, number of rows, how many tuples you can create it. Okay. Now, domain. See, domain means set of possible values, sir. Dekho, for example, yesterday I told you we created one column. We created one column for the grade, right? Grade can be A, B, C, D, E, F. Can grade can be X? No. Why? No. When I'm giving genders, M, F, only two. Okay. Or if it is like someone wants to be opt, null I can put. But we can't go more than that, isn't it? So there are some set of possible values of which only every option can be opted for, and that is called domain. It's like in your language you can call it as a set of possible values. Okay, it's like array of values. Okay, now next, cardinality means number of rows, sir. For the persons who did not understand, cardinality means number of rows. How many tuples were there? Okay, it won't consider the heading one. Okay, it won't consider the heading one, sir. Now here, now sir, you are creating one table. Imagine I created one simple table here, and here in this table, I just enter name and gender. Now here I can write it John M XYZ F ABC M. Now of what is the domain of gender colon is M comma F. Okay, because only those two possible values are existed there. Okay. Now what if each one is one, sir? Like instead of F here, A is there, here B is there. Then domain will be M comma A comma B. That's it. The maximum value is the number of rows, right or not? Each one can be unique values also. Okay. But if it is smaller one, that would be that would be appreciable. Like okay. Now and that is also will be mainly used in Oracle, okay, not in MySQL, the domain concepts. It's like the basic database concept, ma. Now, next, next one. Where is this? What is the some people are still thinking the differences, sir. Degree is columns, cardinality is rows, and domain is possible values. That's it. Okay. Now, let's go here and let's understand constraints. Okay, constraints. Sir, you created one table, sir. Now, is the paint allow tables? I don't think so. Now here, see, if I have a table, 1, 2, 3. Let's create a table of employee. Employee ID, employee name, employee salary, designation. Now see, I have something called employee name, ID, salary, designation. Now I want, let's fill some values, sir. This one same thing, I want you to create it in the table also now. Don't worry. Now here 1, let's have a table of value 101, John. Let's go here. One not one, John, and 20,000. Then manager. Now next one. In the same way, I can even write 102, Kumar, 50,000, some developer. Now see, sir, here I just created two columns, sorry, two rows. Here two rows with a basic detail. Sir, can I select the people? Can I select the employees based on their name? I want to do some operations, sir. Guys, listen. I want to take some operations, like I want to select the employee and I want to increase their salary. I want to select the employee, I want to dismiss them. I want to promote their status. Okay. When I do this kind of operations, can I select the user based on their name? No. Why? Names can be repeat. Names can be repeat. Sir, any table you take it, sir, in one table, based on what value you will select, based on what value you can access the data, is called primary key. Is called primary key. Primary key is the unique value. Primary key is the unique value through which you can able to access the data in the table. When you are creating the table only, you have to specify which one is primary key. When you are creating, we will do it, don't worry. When you are creating the table only, you have to specify which one is your primary key, sir. Now, primary key have two conditions. First one, no duplication. Second one, no null. First one is no duplication. Second one is no null. Now, sir, what is it mean by null? Sir, null means no data. Listen, null means no data. It's not something called empty. I think you guys in your programming language also null will be there, na? If a string is there, if you give empty value, still the empty value is also a string. That is considered as some value is in it. For a number is there, if you give 0, that is considered as a value. Now I don't want to give any value to it. In that cases, you will choose something called null. Null means it cannot be accessed. It is not having any value. Okay. And that null should not be there. Why? Because using this key only you are able to access the data now. What if that key is a null? Right or not? Is it clear, sir? And there is, for reference, there is one constraint called unique. There is one constraint called unique. That means when you are creating table, you can keep any column as unique column. But if you keep a column as unique, even null can also be accepted. Because null is also, it will be taken as one time. For example, here, if I give it an empty value, it will be null. Okay. First time null came. Second time, if anything I gave it null, it will be not taking. Because it is thinking it, all my values are unique. That's it. But primary key is like no null values, but unique. Primary key and unique only difference is unique will accept the null value also, sir, for one time. Primary key will not accept null values, and at the same time, no duplications. Okay. Unique will not accept any duplication. That's it. These are like constraints. That means when you are creating the table, you will give each column what conditions it can follow. Here, employee ID is the primary key, sir. Here, employee ID is the primary key. Employee name is not the primary key. Is it clear, sir? Any doubts? No? No. Next. Second one. Sir, here, imagine, sir, I am creating it here. Later, we will do it in our, in there also we will do. In the workbench also you will do. Don't worry. Now see, here, I am creating another table. Understand this one. The table is about certificates. No. Or the table is about yeah, tasks. or something certificates he achieved. Okay. So when employees submit their certificates, imagine each one certificate will be placed with one key. Okay. They stored each one certificate in one database. Okay. Now here, now let's give the data for this. Now let's go here. Let me give here. Yeah. Now here, employee ID, certificate number, status. Something called status is there. Now see this one. 101, certificate number 23456, and fake. And 102, certificate number 4568, valid. And certificate, again, employee ID 102, certificate number 85858 is fake. Now, sir, imagine this is a status of certificate table in one company details. Now here, understand this. Here one employee ID is the primary key because employee ID will be unique. Why every employee will have one ID and one employee ID will not be given to another employee, right? And that is why no duplication and no null data. So I am taking employee ID as the primary key, sir. Sir, does that mean employee ID will be primary key in every table? No. See here. See, imagine there is a situation where certificates table is there. One employee may submit 4-5 certificates, right or not? One employee may submit 4-5 certificates. Now employee 101 submit one certificate, employee 102 submitted 2 certificates, right? Now can I take it the employee ID as the primary key here? No. Now what is the primary key here then? Certificate number. Certificate number. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear in the selection of primary key? Ha. Now, second interesting point. Now, this table is related to this table, right or not? Right or not? Now, here, employee ID is called, sir, here, if I want to know Kumar's certificate, see, I know only Kumar guy, so I want to check it like, where is this cursor? Huh? Now, I want to check it like, I want to check it like this Kumar certificates are fake or valid. I want to check them. Sir, if you want to check them their status, how do you select it? First, you will go with the employee ID because that is the unique one. And then, is that the employee ID connected to the next one or not? Yes. And through the employee ID, you will connect to the next one. And here, you will check it 1 or 2, 450, 68 valid or something, whatever the details are there. And here in this table, sir, in this table, employee ID is called foreign key. What it is called? Sir, again, everyone focus here, ma. In certificates table, in certificates table, in certificates table, employee ID is foreign key. Every foreign key is a primary key in some other table. Okay? By which a relationship is made between the two tables. Again, here in certificate table, employee ID, but this is not a employee ID is not a primary key in this table. It may be, it may not be. That is not the point at all. But the point is, whatever the foreign key here is existed in some other table, in that table, it is the primary key. And through that, the data is connected. Is it clear, ma? You should connect through the primary key only. Why, sir? Sir, imagine instead of this, if I connected the tables using employee name, Kumar, certificate valid or fake, I did it. Then it will be wrong. Why? Because if two Kumars are there, if one certificate may be true, one certificate may be false. Is it clear, sir? Sir, I want you to understand the structure behind this. We will create the table. It's not a big deal. If I have to count it upon all commands in MySQL, it won't take it more than 2 classes actually. But I want you to structurally design. Most important part is designing this one. Okay. Now, third interesting point. Okay. So now here, employee ID is the foreign key, sir. Primary key we understood, foreign key understood. Now, how do we connect them? I will tell you. How do you write it some table as foreign key? How do you put something as primary key? We will discuss those things. No worries. Now, another one. Sir, imagine in my table, there is another column, uh, something like reference ID. Imagine there is one thing called reference ID in this table. Sir, every person reference ID also will be unique, na? Right or not? Sir, same thing, sir. If I take student table roll number is unique, right or not? Roll number, I will take it as primary key. And in the same student table, I can put hall ticket number. Sir, if you see closely, hall ticket number is also can be primary key, right? Can be. So in one table, there may be 2, 3 possible primary keys, but anyway, one table should have only one. I selected one. So the remaining possible values are there, na? That means these are eligible to be primary keys, but you did not select them because anyway you have to choose anyone. Okay, based on relations you will choose, and the remaining eligible ones are called as candidate keys. What are called as candidate keys? Candidate keys are the eligible primary keys, but not considered as primary key. Not considered as primary key. So candidate, what is the eligibility to be a primary key, sir? It has to be unique and no null values. And there may be 2, 3 values, 2, 3 fields can satisfy these conditions. In that cases, if you choose one as a primary key, the remaining things were called as candidate keys. Clear, ma? Any doubts in this? Is it clear? Now, let's see again. Now, let's repeat it, sir. How am I know it's a primary key or candidate key? You are only defining it. It is the database you are creating it. How do you, sir, when 3 or 4 are there, which one I can select? Which one have good relation with the other tables? Because a primary key can be a foreign key in another table also. Now here, if I select the reference ID, using reference ID, can I get the certificate number? No. Then that is not a good choice for me. My hall ticket number for a student is unique, but that is for exam table. That would be good. But if I'm going with the whole school, in school management, I will go with anything. If I go with exam management system, hall ticket number I will take unique. But if I'm going with normal school management system, I will go with roll number only. Is it clear, ma? Is everyone clear? Wake up if you are sleepy. Someone is saying yes, sir, in sleepy. I am checking it. Who is that? Say some energetic ray. When you are not having energy, that is too bad. I have more energy than you guys. Very bad. Now, let's see. Now, primary key. Now, in this table, can anyone tell me what can be primary keys in this table? Roll number, admin number, admission number, like roll number and the admission number, both can be primary keys. Huh, that is true. Phone number can be, right? Ah. What if 2, 3 people give the same phone number, brother, sisters? That is possible, Ray. Both will give their father's phone number. What if you do that? Right? That is true. So you can't consider the phone numbers. Possible will be even the brother sisters cannot have same admission number and cannot have same roll number. You can consider them as the primary keys. Okay. Now, next one. So see, it can never be duplicated and never be null. The next, candidate key. Candidate key is can be served as a primary key, but not, it's like, so this is also called as alternate key. It's like the alternative choice, other choice. So in this example, if I select the admission number as the primary key, roll number will be the candidate key. If I select the roll number as the primary key, and the admission number will become the candidate key. Now, next one. Now, yeah, same thing. Alternate keys means that only. The one alternate keys and the candidate key both are same, sir. Okay. Now, next, foreign key. See, there are two tables, student and the test. In student table, they are having T and O, like the test number. Which student will get the which set of test? And roll number 1 got T1, roll number 2, 3 got T1, T2, and roll number 4, 5, 6 got 2, 3, 2. Now, here, this all things, see. Now, interesting point is this, sir. Everything when you are considering primary key, is this the primary key here? So this is a foreign key then. In one table, if it is having in multiple tables, but it is not an unique, it's a foreign key. Maybe in some another table, it will be primary key. There is a table named test. In the test one, T1 will be set on particular date, T2 will be test on particular date, T3 will set in particular date, like that is there. And here T and O is the primary key. And that T and O, I am using it here. And it can be repeatable. Understand, my earlier when I did, I repeated the employee ID 102, 102 I repeated because one person may give multiple certificates. Right? Is it clear, sir? Any doubts? So then here this one foreign key, this one is a foreign key, and that is a primary key in second table, another table. Okay. And how do you define them as primary key, foreign key, those things we will see it now. Okay. Now, sir, for table, how many foreign keys can be? In table, you can put as many as you can foreign keys, sir. But each foreign key will come from one table. Okay. What if one table is their main table which connects all the tables? In that, so many foreign keys will be there. Okay. There is no rule like that. Now here, let's see. Now, by seeing this table, Can you tell me which can be candidate keys, which can be primary key? What is the degree cardinality? Visitor ID is primary key. Candidate keys, contact number. May I know the reason why you choose visitor ID instead of contact number as a primary key? Huh? Contact numbers can be same, but here it is not same. Okay, here it's not same, but to make it sure, we are selecting the best choice will be visitor ID. Okay, out of the possible choices which are present now, we are having it two options, but we are going with the safest option, which is visitor ID as the primary key, sir. And here degree is 3 and the cardinality is 4, right? Is it clear, sir? Ah, just think, tell me, if I want to make anything one as the foreign key, what type of table I can create through this? Imagine 4 visitors are there. It's like my venue is there. I have one Kalyana Mandapa, one venue, and these people are the visitors. Or some apartments, these people are visitors, and the table of visitors is here. What you can increase and what you can put some other table and foreign key. Use your imagination. You can give any answer. One create one places visited. That is a good choice. Places, what places he visited, and that will be a new table, and in that you will give this user visitor ID to there, right or not? And that will be like one visitor may visit so many places, isn't it? Huh? Interested places or visited places or parking, some parking thing. Okay, you go with however you like it, sir. A number of candidates, how many people came, those kind of things. Okay, whom he came to meet, person of contact. Okay, so like this you can able to design the database. Is it clear, sir? Do you get the local picture of how do you create it? Then let's start it, sir. Now let's start it. Let's open our workbench. Let's open the root. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not keeping it in vault because at least it would be good. Because if I keep it in vault after some days, if he asked, I will forgot it. So that's why. Now, let's just delete it, sir. Drop database, database name, students. Semicolon is the end of the query, sir. Okay. Can we add 2 primary key in a table? No. One table, one primary key. Sir, SQL goes with semicolon as the end. You can write like this, no worries. You can write it how many lines you want it. When the semicolon came, it will consider them as one line and one statement. Okay? Now, let's run it and delete it. Let's delete teachers. Let's start. You can even see it, sir, whether your command is correct or not. Is it executed correctly or not? Down. And you can see if you get any errors, it will show you errors here. Please see and read the errors. Errors, they will specify in normal English only. What is the error? Very simple. Now let's start it here. How do you create a database? Create database. Uh, Students, don't worry. You will become teacher. Okay. Now, students, it's created, but why it is not showing? Refresh. Okay, refresh it. Perfect. Now let's start it, sir. Now, is there any table inside this? So let's create a table then. Create table, table name, std, go with this. And what do you do? Brackets, and until the brackets close, you can enter it, right? Here you will give the column values, sir. Student number and can be int. Sir, in case if your integer is going with like more number of values, go with something called int 8, which will take it the 8 bits. Okay, 8 bytes. Usually it's 4. Now, or student name, varchar 20, varchar. Or you can take it big int also. There is one thing, big int. Sir, we are going with varchar. There are two types. Okay, char, varchar. Okay, text we are not using it now actually. And varchar 2, yesterday some persons asked at the end of the class, I didn't tell. Varchar 2 is Oracle. In Oracle, we will use varchar 2. Here we use varchar in MySQL. That's the difference. If you use varchar, you have to specify the how much you need. But if you are writing varchar 2, you don't need to specify. It will give you something called 4000 bits or something data will be there. By default, it will give you that much data to enter. Okay. Here we are using varchar, sir. What is the difference between char and varchar? They will ask you. Char is fixed, varchar is variable. Very good. If we come to somewhat complex data, I will show you nvar and varchar also. No worries. Now, next, student, student number, name, marks, marks can be decimal. No, instead of marks, let's go with percentage. Why to write big? Don't write big names. Later you have to type it na every time. So decimal. Sir, decimals you need to give two values. In decimal you need to give two values. 10 comma 2. What is this mean? It means total digits. Total digits, precision value. Total digits is 10. Maximum. After point, two values should be there. 89.23. 89.12. Fine. 389.12. Fine. But 8.231. Wrong. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear, sir? Yes. Now, after decimal, how many you want it, you will give 2, sir. Now, here varchar 20, why you use, can I write it 10, 50, 30, 40? See, sir, here varchar 20 I used because maximum anyone's name can be 20 like characters. That's it. You use it how much big you want. Okay. If you think someone's name may be greater than, it will be good. Or you think it all names will be maximum 10, go with varchar 10. That's it. There is no rule. Now, next, DOJ, date of joining, date. When I give the values, it will be difficult. Now, any other details? Huh? Rosa, course, course name. Okay, let's write it like course. Course is a string only, na? Varchar 10. Now, sir, it is not enough. Now you have to define, the values. Primary key. Primary key. Out of this all, what is the primary key? Student. So student number is the primary key, sir. By default, it will become primary key. Okay. Now, sir, we have only one table, sir. When you have only one table, you can't write foreign keys. Right or not? Now, I will create another table. In that table, I will take the student number as the foreign key. Okay. At that time, I will show you how you will go with the foreign keys. Clear, ma? Any doubts? Now, if you are using Oracle or something, primary key you can give after this only. You can write it. But here in MySQL, you will write it after, at last. And you can even write it something like unique for this. You know what does that mean? It means student name should be unique. Can be empty. Can be empty, but should be unique. If someone is not having any name, also fine for me. But only one person will be there without name, because no repetition. You got my point, sir? Why you will use? Imagine I'm giving email ID. There is another option called email. So email ID should be unique, but that's not a primary key. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear? Yeah. Then next, uh, what I can give, date of joining or course. I will write it something called not not null. Someone should not leave. What if same names are there? My database will show error. Obviously, see, the example I took is wrong, but it's just to show you. In my database, I don't put the same names. That's it. If the same name people are there, I won't give admission. Simple. Now, see, course has to be not null. That everyone should have one course. Okay? No null values will be passed. Is it clear, ma, these things? Any doubts? No. Let's just click with create. Create tables here. Database selected. Select the default database. Okay. Problem is I did not selected the database. How do you select the database? Use database name. Students. Use students. And then after doing this, use students, do this. Now see, sir. Now use students opened. After use students opened. Now, sir, if you see down, interesting point is this. If you see down, is the table created? No. Use students only run. Because after use students, I put semicolon. Na? So it stopped. Now students opened. Table is not created. Now I will run the table. Okay. Now table is also created, sir. If you see last step, and then I will refresh it, sir. And table came, sir. Any doubts? Any doubts, ma? Not only. No. No. Sir, if anyone wants, you guys, what you do, try to write it everything in one page and then copy paste it here so that you can keep a track of them. Okay. Instead of if you write it one and delete it, what steps you have followed it, you should know, na? So that anywhere you did mistake, you can come back to it. Now, let's create let's give the values into the columns. Insert into table name. What is the table name? stdnts. stdnts. Students is the database name. Now values. Now here you will give value, sir. Sir, interesting point is you can give each and every column also value. Sir, I don't want to give values for everything. I want to give values for only ID and name. Only ID and name. Then I will give here ID. What is the name is ID only. Student number, SNO, comma, S name. I think I gave something called not null. What is that? Course. Because if you are giving it only 3 values, remaining 2 will become null. Okay. Because I mentioned course as not null, if I did not give them, it will be error. Now here I am giving it values. Student number will be 122, 120. And here name will be Raj. What happened, ma? Someone said something? No? No. Raj, BTech. Now here, close, and then answer. See, it ran successfully, right or not? Now, sir, let's see the table, sir. If I see the table, can you see the values? 120, Raj, null, null, BTech. The remaining values which you did not give, sir, those are not empty. Those are like null, not existed. I think you know what is it mean by null and empty. If I give empty string, it will be empty. Okay. Now, next thing. Here, sir, what if you gave only student name and course, not the course details? 122, comma, Raj. Raj is not a primary key, na? Oh, I gave it as unique, right? Something Raj, whatever. Now, different people will have different names, right? So now, so next one. Aha. Instead of my classes, my names are getting attention. That is what interesting. Now, let's see. And have an error. See, read the error here. Field course does not have a default value. Why? Because you said has to be not null. If you did not give them, it will have the default value as null only, sir. So you should not give. Okay. So, or if the student name, okay, for course, I am giving it something arts. Now here, what if I gave the name as Raj only? What if I give the name Raj? Will it work? No. Let's run it again. Again error. See the error. Duplicate entry. Uh, it can't be zoomed, but what is there? I'm reading it. Duplicate entry Raj for the key already existed. Students.s name. Okay, so students.s name is unique and you are giving it duplicate entry and that is the error, sir. Okay. Okay, very good. Now let me give it here another name. Now let's give primary key as same. 121. Will it work? Now let's write it. Huh? 121. One row affected. Earlier I gave 120, na? That is the problem, I think then. Then again, let's try to enter. Let's try all alphabets. Now, let's go here. And then error. Why? Again, duplicate entry for the 121. Duplicate entry for the 121. So primary keys also should not be repeated. Okay. What if I omit the primary key? If I omit, what value it will go? Basically, null. Very good. Now, if I omit, it should be taking as null. But will it take it, sir? No, because primary key cannot be null. Very good. Now, see, again error came. Primary key cannot be null. Is it clear, ma? And if you want to see here in the tables, here tables 3 buttons will be there. Last one can make you see the table now. If you select the beside one, settings table will come. Settings one, you can able to see what are selected here. Huh? Why it is small? Usually it used to be big. Is it because of this? Arre. See, like this. See this, ma? Now see, serial number, primary key selected, not null selected. UQ means unique. B means binary, which is later we will see. Now we have UN unsigned, ZF zero fill by default, it will be zero automatically. AI means automatically it will be incremented every time, which we will see. Okay. Or G means it will only generate some random values. Now, anyway, two things were selected. What are they? Primary key and not null. You can even unselect and make them. When you create them, you selected na. You can even unselect them and you can even make any key as primary key and all the things here only. Okay. But this is not recommended. Typing it in the command only is recommended. Okay. Now let's enter, sir. Now, sir, I don't want to give like this. I want to give all values. Let's enter quickly. If you did not mention by default, it will take all values in the same order, sir. Let's go with the order of this, which is serial number, name, 122, or ABC, comma, percentage, 28.7, comma, date of date. Date will be year dash month dash date. So 2012 08 24, and then comma, course arts. Sir, for each time I have to write it again and again, sir. No, put comma and write it again. Put comma and do this. How many times you do, that many values automatically will come. One 123, 124, 125, 6. There is an option for auto increment also. I did not choose it actually. Now here it has to be unique. ABE, ABF, ABG, ABH. Is there any other thing here? No, that's it only, na? And then, can I write the descending order? Sir, write whatever the order. Only uniqueness is important. It's not about ascending, descending. Okay. Now let's run it. Now, what has stopped it? Error in SQL syntaxes. Huh? Comma, comma. Seriously? Sir, see? Successful. It installed, it did, sir. Any doubts? Any doubts, sir? Now, next. Let's see the table. Now here. And let's create a database. Use students. I am in the students. Now, create a table. Sir, we have several things like don't worry about it. Like, sir, I want to add one more column to it. You have alter. Sir, I want to update the value which you already did. Update. Sir, I want those things we will discuss. I want to select a particular thing, select or where. Those things we will discuss in the future classes. It's just a setup, okay? We are just making it one database setting up. Later we will modify it more and more, okay? Now create table name. What can be table name? Certificate. Now here, number, huh? Oh. Number, int, and student number, certificate number, int, and status, varchar. Oh, we have a command called status now. Okay. Or result, varchar. Like I will give you pass or fail. Pass is 4 letter, fail is also 4 letter. So I'm going with char. Any doubt, sir? But this serial number, sorry, this student number is coming from another table, right or not? Foreign key. Foreign key. And what is the foreign key here? Student number. Foreign key spelling is correct only, na? Foreign key references. We will have references with what table references is STD and TS. Okay. You know why it is error? Comma. Sir, what I said is take SNO as the foreign key and take the reference from the students. What is that mean? That means in the students table, whatever the SNO are there, only those values are allowed in this one. Right or not? Imagine in the certificate, some student number should not come out of somewhere, right? It should be from the students list. As I told you earlier, toppers list should be from the students names list. Okay. What if some guy is list is in the name is in the toppers, but not in the students list? That's not right. The same way. So I am taking the references from this one. If I give the number SN1 value, something which is not from the student's value, then it will show error. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear, sir? And this foreign key, primary key will be considered at the end only. Sir, how do you give candidate key? No, candidate key is a logical concept. You won't specify something as candidate key. It's like the leftover pieces. When you select one thing as primary key, automatically the remaining possible were the candidate's keys or the alternative keys. Okay. Now, what is their use? Their use can be become another one's foreign keys also. Okay. Usually we don't only choose the foreign keys. We can even go. We don't only go with the primary keys as the foreign key. We can even choose for alternate keys as the primary foreign keys because they are eligible for that. Okay. Now let's start it here, sir. Now let's go here. Let's run this ma. Create table. In current foreign key definition. Foreign key, I gave the name. Okay. In students table, what is that? SNO from students. Okay. Foreign keys will create it Monday and will complete the database structure. Like we will start writing the queries from Monday, sir. And take the assignment. Draw the logical tabular relation. Draw the logical tabular relation for hospital management system. Include at least three tables, and find primary keys and foreign keys, and candidate keys. Now, sir, understand, sir? Try to do at least three tables. Like I wanna take it like staff, patients, and billing management, or your wish. It's about your creative work and make it your own fields and make it your own relation, sir. And mention the primary keys and the foreign keys. Just check the foreign key syntax. I think you can find it out. Something I'm doing mistake, I think. You can try it. It's students table. Let me go here in this way. It worked, everyone. See, now students value SNO. Someone in online mentioned, thank you. Now here, SNO is the primary foreign key, sir. Now, in the students table, whatever the SNO is there, That primary key, I took it, and here I mentioned as the SNO as foreign key. Here I can put any name. It does not matter. Now it will accept the only values from this. Okay. Draw it in your papers, and if possible, try to create the same thing in your workbench also. Okay. Which we will do the hospital management system on Monday. Okay. Clear, sir? Any doubts in today's class? Is it clear, everyone? Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's meet Monday. Thank you all. Any doubts, you can mention it. Yeah. People are running. Slowly, Ray. Slowly. Girls can sit na. They will leave. You can go. Online, if anyone doubts ma, please mention it. Sir, show us again assignment again. Assignment is hospital management system ma. You can take it out. Monday will create the Telegram group and all. I will push the things, notes. Girls can leave. You tell Oracle. No, I won't tell oracles. Now the difference between the primary key, how do we decide the table names? It's up to you. No worries. I am giving you the creative one only. Table names you choose. Think about it. Okay. Now online, like any other doubts. Primary key, foreign key. Primary key is a unique one. And one's primary key will be another one's foreign key. Whatever attribute we want to use, we can. Yes, you can use it. Sir, you create database name, after that remove. ORDBMS is same as Oracle. Oracle is ORDBMS, ma. What do you want, Mohammed? I didn't understand. You create database name and after that remove. Just write it, create database name. It will create it. Nothing. See, when you have four choices, see, for example, hall ticket number is there, student roll number is there, and both are unique only. Admission number is also there. Three are unique only. But which one I can select as a primary key? That is the problem. Now, if I choose one, imagine I choose roll number. Remaining two will become as candidate keys. That means these two are also eligible, but you did not select them. Any one only you have to select. You should have a good reason to select which one is primary key. Why? See, for example, some teachers will have. Teachers will note down the people's list, students list, teachers table. They are writing toppers names. How they write it, sir? If it is an exam management system, people will always identify person based on hall ticket number only. Roll number is not necessary, right? Right or not? Or if it is a class based system, only in one class only it will work. Roll number works fine. No one need that one. Okay. Or if it is a total full school management system, that means even the principal, everyone should know about your fees, your structure, your parent details and all. Then admission number I will take it. Right? Right or not? Yeah. Yeah. You can write it continuously also. It will work. If you put semicolon, it won't work. If you put semicolon, they call, listen, this is the problem. Here, when I run it, I write it here, use database name and semicolon, and I write a big query. Then what it will happen, when it run use database, the semicolon it sees, it stops. Why? Because see, in the workbench, here in my workbench, here see, I am having two strikes, and the second strike is for one line only. First strike is for complete. uh, don't put semicolon, continue it without semicolon. with semicolon only database will work. See, now you got my point. See, if I write it here, use something database, then if I run this, what will happen? Only use database only will trying to work it out. Okay, here there is no database. Now see, only students database will work. Now, okay, it is not working it out. Nee, it will work. I will check with it. Yeah, it will work. Huh? Huh? ఎందుకు రాదు? వస్తది. MySQL ఓపెన్ చేయి.